All right, welcome back to the Whiskey Weigh-In podcast. We just finished up doing our predictions for UFC Fight Night 155, but we're so pumped up that we wanted to go ahead and get into UFC on ESPN, the number 4.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what are you drinking? Still proper 12?
Still in proper 12. Glass number 2, man. Feeling good. It's still going down smooth. The best Irish whiskey out there. Shots fired at Jameson.
Yeah. I'm still a Jameson fan. But tonight I'm drinking the Bullet Bourbon. It's that straight American rye whiskey out of Indiana. Top myself off a little bit. It's pretty good. It's on my finger. So, what's the first fight we have on this upcoming card, Shay?
Man, this card here, when we just looked at it, and I was like, listen, we have to do the predictions for this one because this card is amazing. UFC's doing a great job. Whoever their matchmakers are, they got to get paid more.
Well, look at this first fight.
They got to get paid more. Wow. First fight on the card. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 2 legends like these two going
Andre Arlovsky and Ben Rothwell.
Wow.
Jeez, man. That's going to be a heavy hitter, right?
Here, ask me who I think I'm going to win.
Who? I mean, I think Ben Rothwell.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm thinking Ben, but I mean, either guy could. I mean, somebody probably will get knocked out.
You know, I was leaning toward Andre. I'm leaning towards Andre. It's so tough, man. They're both old, but they're both just legends, man.
Yeah. It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick.
Flip flop. I might go Ben Rothwell on this.
Yeah,
I might go Ben Rothwell. Yeah, I might be with you. I think we both might go Ben.
I'm just going with my gut. I mean, that's pretty much what you have to do, honestly. I mean, both guys are great fighters.
Both got big guts.
Andre's probably more of an elite striker. I mean, wouldn't you think?
I don't know in this situation.
But I would think Ben probably hits harder. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah, this is a tough one. I honestly don't know, and I'm excited. Hopefully someone might go to sleep. Hopefully they'll be okay. But man, I'm expecting a good one.
Yeah.
That to me, for that to be a first fight on a card that is a free card on ESPN, that's amazing. Yeah. I mean, that's absolutely amazing.
I mean, once upon a time, that would be an easy main event.
For sure. There's no doubt about that. I definitely agree with you on that one. The only bad thing about us doing this so early, July 11th over here, doing it a week early because I'm going on vacation. The odds aren't up on these yet.
Yeah.
So I can't.
No money involved yet.
Right. Yeah. I can't. Can't give you all the odds, and I really enjoy looking at odds.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We'll just have to guess, make our best guesses. All right, so starting off the night with that heavyweight fight. That's going to be a banger. Very excited for that.
Yeah.
And then we got a lightweight matchup. Alexander Hernandez versus Francisco Trinaldo.
Before we go any further, let me just say this to the camera. Screw Alexander Hernandez. Yeah. I don't like him.
He's an arrogant prick.
Not a fan. Well, and I think it's just the day and age of coming up. People saw Conor get big off of it, and they're like, let me be like Conor McGregor. No, you're not going to be like Conor. It's not how it's going to work. And he was just...
He talked a little too much before that Cowboy fight.
Yeah, so like he said, let's recap. He was talking so much trash to the legend, the OG Cowboy. You don't do that. Cowboy used to get rattled by that, but he's a changed man.
Yeah.
And knocked him out. And that's exactly what I'm glad. You know what? And I hope...
Didn't just knock him out. Dominated him the whole fight.
Him. Yeah, looked amazing.
Up until the knockout.
Cowboy... Shout out to Cowboy. I really like Cowboy. That might be my favorite fighter out there.
Cowboy made Alexander look very bad.
Yeah, he made him look like a beginner. And you know what? I'm hoping Francisco Trinaldo does the same thing to Alexander.
Yeah.
I hope. You know what? And I'm picking Francisco on this one. I think.
Well, I'm going to pick him too. I mean, he's absolutely. I'm not going to go Alexander on it. I mean, just for the plain fact that I don't like Alexander.
But
even
man, Francisco's
a better fighter.
He's an old guy.
Yeah, old guy, but he's won a lot of fights. But guess who else is kind of old?
Who?
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Cowboy dominated this kid.
Yeah.
I think Alexander, maybe.
But Francisco's not on the level. He's not on the same level as Cowboy.
I understand that, but maybe it could happen that Alexander was humbled after the Cowboy fight. and he really dug in.
You know,
did some
this fight was
training.
actually scheduled to happen before. I don't remember when exactly, but this fight was supposed to happen before.
Oh, really?
This Francisco and Alexander fight. Yeah, and it got canceled. I don't remember why, but I remember seeing that this fight was
probably
supposed to
couldn't
happen.
get the deals right.
And I don't remember why. I mean, no. Like, it was scheduled, and then it got canceled, so I don't know if one of them got hurt.
Somebody probably got hurt then.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I don't even remember exactly when it was. It might have been last year, actually. I just don't remember.
Yeah. All right, then we got another lightweight matchup.
Man, I love this one.
James Vick and Dan Hooker.
Ooh, this is a good fight, folks. Definitely tune into this one. I really like both these guys.
Think it's going to be a tight match.
Man, I really like Vic. Vic's had a couple tough outings.
Me too, actually.
Hooker just lost his last fight. I believe it was to Barboza. Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, Barboza. He just lost to Barboza.
Well, isn't Vic coming off some losses too?
Yeah, Vic's
Paul
coming
Felder and who else?
It was Paul Felder and who was the
Justin
other one?
Gaethje.
Oh, Justin Gaethje. Yeah, Gaethje. Man, I think Vic gets it back on track with this one. Give me James Vick for sure.
It's really hard for me to think that James is going to lose 3 times in a row.
That's what I'm saying. That's tough. And I mean,
he's a good fighter.
But Dan Hooker's a great fighter too. This is going to be such a good fight. I can't wait for this one. That's a tough one. I can see it going either way, though. I really can see that going either way. Like, I will not be surprised if Dan wins that. I won't be surprised if James wins, obviously, since I picked him. I think it's almost a toss-up. I feel like the odds will be close on this one, but give me James Vick.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much more to say about that one. I'm also going to go James Vick. We'll see what happens. I just don't see James losing another fight after 2 losses.
Yeah.
He's going to be coming in hungry. Next fight, another heavyweight bout. Juan Adams and your favorite fighter, Greg Hardy. Go ahead, Shay.
Let me tell you something. Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Why is he still fighting? Is that what you're asking?
I was going to ask it, but then you know what? I was like, let's tone it down a little bit.
You think he knows the rules now?
I don't think so. He probably still, I don't know if he knows how to read. So here's the thing. That's fine if you want to put Greg Hardy, because he's had some really good knockouts. He has. You can't take that away from the guy. Why is he still so high up on a main card? Why? You have legends fighting on this card. No, I don't want to hear it's the business.
It is,
you have legends fighting on this card.
Brock Lesnar, I mean, he's done some things, but he's not.
At least he was a champ, though. I mean, I don't like Brock as a UFC fighter.
That's
but
true.
At least he was a champ.
But
listen,
names bring in money, Shay. I mean, you can't ignore that it's a business.
Yeah, and what sucks is, what everybody says, and it's sad, but it's true. Bad publicity. Like, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
A heel. Yeah.
I don't even consider...
somebody like Uriah Faber is a babyface. Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves Uriah.
But they also have the heel. Just like in, WWE wrestling.
Yeah, but Greg Hardy is different, though.
He doesn't play the heel. I think he wants people to like him, but you can't be liked after you beat up women. Yeah,
but and then you don't know the rules also. But here's the thing. I mean, you have Ben Rothwell and Arlovsky on this card. Great. I mean, 2 legends. Then you have James Vick and Dan Hooker. They've paid their dues. They could be up on this spot. And listen, it's not even like it's a co-main. I understand that.
It's just the 4th fight of the night, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's what the third. Well, I mean, so you got the main, the co-main, then Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
At least they don't have him at co-main like they did last time. Just absolutely idiotic. And let me tell you, I got a problem with Dana with this. Usually I like to agree with Dana and I like to agree with the matchmakers. But man, am I tired of them throwing him cupcakes and putting him on the main card like this. I'm sorry, Juan. Obviously you take me down. But this is a cupcake.
Well, you got to squeeze all the juice out of the lemon that you can get. You know what I mean?
That analogy,
and I think that they're trying to get all the money they can out of him, and that means making his fight career last as long as possible.
And you know what it is?
If he starts losing, then nobody's going to watch him anymore.
Right. And you know what? You're 100% right. You're 100% right. And it just sucks because I'm going to be tuning in really rooting for someone to lose, to get knocked out. That's not good in my opinion. I guess for the UFC, that's good, but I'm tuning in really hoping this guy loses because he is just a total POS.
I'll be honest, though, I am excited to see someone fight him. You know, when I saw him on the card, I was like, oh, you know, I am excited to watch him. I mean, he is a former offensive lineman.
Right.
Even if you don't like him, I mean, he still gets your attention.
He's right. Yeah. I mean, sad but true. And it's just how it works. I mean, he's a name and he's going to get some people to watch, you know, and it sucks. But, you know, I understand.
Yeah.
So wait, who are we even going with?
I'm not going with Greg Hardy.
Well, give me Greg Hardy.
All right,
sadly.
Go ahead. I mean, he probably. I wish we had odds. I mean, he's probably going to win, but I don't know why. I don't know. I'll be very honest. I don't even know much about either one of these fighters. I know that Greg's not great. I know that Brendan Schaub's talked enough about him for me to understand that he's not.
He can strike like
anybody that big can strike.
Exactly. He has power. It's not really. He's not very technical with it.
I mean, he's a super athlete.
Right.
I mean, you got to give him that.
Yeah. Oh no. You know, sadly, but you know, he has power. You know, if you get clipped by him, yeah, you're probably going night. But his technique isn't all that great. I tried to do some research on him, but he's not even all that known. He's not
finding much.
Not finding much because
he's only 5-1. Not very many fights.
Because why? Dana's lobbing him up one. Dana's lobbing him another one. You know what I mean? Like, just get out of here with this. Just give me Greg Hardy and let's move on.
Yeah. Man, 3 heavyweight fights. Our co-main event is another heavyweight fight. Alexei
Oleinik. Yeah. Against Walt Harris. What a
How
banger.
old is this Alexei guy? 57, 12-1?
Man, my man's only 42. Give him some slack, okay?
Okay.
Give him some slack out there.
Walt Harris, 12-7.
Dude, both guys, I really enjoy watching both these guys. I like Walt and I like Oleinik. Man, this is a good fight.
What stands out about each fighter? Because you're more familiar with them than I am.
Listen, I mean, at heavyweight, anybody has power.
Right.
I mean, at heavyweight, listen.
Heavyweight's exciting just because it's heavyweight.
Just because, listen, one punch, somebody could be out like, boom. I don't know what stands out about this fight to me. I really couldn't tell you. I mean, I just think that it's going to be a banger. I think it won't go to decision. So if that's what stands out to me. That's what
stands out. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to go to the decision. I would be very surprised if it goes to decision. I'll be surprised. And I honestly don't like, as we sat here before doing the pod and I was really looking at these fights. And I'm like, man, I don't know.
I think the whole main card probably won't go to decision, honestly, if you look at it.
Oh, you know what?
Maybe Alexander and Francisco, maybe, but I think all these other fights will probably be finished.
I think Vic and Hooker definitely have a chance to go to decision. If you were to put money, I would say that's the one that goes to decision. It's Vic and Hooker, just because I think Hernandez does come out swinging, and it either is going to put the opponent in trouble or him in trouble, as we saw before. So if I would put money, I'd say Vic and Hooker go to decision. If I had to pick one, then the rest of them are probably finishes. You were saying. Walt Harris, Oleinik, man, I don't know. I don't know who wins. Do you have a pick on this one right now?
I mean, I'll go with Alexei. I mean, geez, look at the guy's experience, and Walt seems to have trouble winning. He's lost quite a bit of fights, and he's only won 12. I mean, I know that it's not a very technical review on my part, but I would say that probably I will go with Alexei just to throw one out there, honestly.
Man, this is tough.
You love Walt.
I do. I like them both, though. That's the thing, is I really do like them both, and I don't know who I want to win this one. You went Oleinik?
Yep.
Man, for the sake of the pod, give me Walt Harris. Give me my boy Walt.
All right.
The big ticket. How can you go against someone to name the big ticket?
Oh, I like that.
I like that. Ticket,
that's great. Big ticket co-main event heavyweight contest. We'll see what happens with that one.
Let's get into the main
event. Welterweight. Man, I love that weight class. Rafael Dos Anjos, RDA versus Leon Edwards. Leon, who gets punched backstage by Jorge Masvidal. Leon Edwards. I saw Leon's last fight. He looked pretty good.
Against
he won
Gunner, right?
Fair and square. Good win on his part. I still think RDA takes it. What do you think?
RDA's a legend. RDA's a former 155er champion. Man, Leon's up and coming. I feel like he's been sneaky good.
Yeah.
Leon's been really sneaky good.
It would be cool to see Leon climb the ranks. Maybe we'll see him and Jorge at some point.
There's no way Jorge takes on that fight. There's zero chance because he's
Jorge
too low.
Loses a couple times. We'll see.
That ain't gonna happen though. Jorge's holding out for that belt.
Forgot how much you love Jorge.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, there's no reason. There's no reason for him to take on that fight.
I mean, in the long run. I mean,
like down the road.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it.
Not next fight.
Definitely not next fight. Yeah.
Right. So RDA, man. Just for you hardcore MMA fans, let me just name his last 4 fights. Robbie Lawler, win. Colby Covington, loss. RDA, you let us down, buddy. Usman, champion at 170, loss. And then his last fight against Kevin Lee, win. So he went on a tough streak there with Covington and Usman, but
really tough fights though.
But right, I mean, you got the champion, and then you got Colby's number 2 in the division because Woodley's 1. So I mean, it's not like he lost to scrubs.
No.
RDA, man, ever since he moved up to 170, he's looked really good. His cardio looks amazing at 170. No way he tires out. Leon, if Leon wants to win this one, he's gonna have to catch him with a knockout. I mean, he's gonna have to do something spectacular, I think, to beat RDA. You're not outlasting RDA 5 rounds because this will be a 5-round fight where it's the main event. RDA has amazing cardio, man. So Leon's going to have to get something done within the first 2 rounds, maybe 3. If it goes past 3, RDA is definitely winning.
Great main card, though. I mean, great.
Yeah, it's good. It's
great
good. I like
event.
it.
I really love that. I'm just excited.
Right.
I really like it whenever we get stumped. And when we know about the fighters too, not just because we don't know about them, but it's when we know about them and we still can't pick one. I think that this card is going to be really interesting to watch.
This is going to be a banger. Like this one,
I think a lot of these fights are pretty even. Honestly,
I think you hit the nail on the head with saying that, and almost if anything, all these fights could be finishes and not just submission or anything, but I mean knockouts. This is a great card. So for my pick, I can't go against the legend RDA. So you got to give me RDA in this one. So I think we pretty much picked the same on all of them, really, except I went Greg Hardy, and then you went with the cupcake. I think we picked the same on all of them.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to watching those fights. Oh, I hope I'm not wrong on all of them. But I think that it's going to be, like I said, an exciting night to watch the fights.
Yeah. Man,
obviously, we're making predictions here early. My big prayer, though, is that all these guys stay healthy and that none of these get canceled.
Or miss weight by like a shit ton at that either. We might be able to do a recap on this one right after the fight if you're good next Saturday.
Yeah, no, let's do it. I think that's a great idea. That seems to be what everybody else really enjoys, getting the recaps right afterwards. And we'll see. We'll see what happens at the AT&T Center on July 20th on ESPN.
Yep, I think that's it, man. And we'll see y'all next time.
Take care.